Good morning. This is day 5 on the alkaline diet, the second attempt. Because I did the alkaline diet for 12 days and then I stopped for 2 weeks and now back on it for 5 days. So I'm just letting you know how my progress is. So yeah, I feel fully awake. So I've been waking up at 6 in the morning. I've been going to bed about 12:30, maybe 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 6 hours sleep, and I feel absolutely fantastic, fully awake. And I know that this is now going to continue because when I did the alkaline diet nearly a year ago or so, I know that this is what happens. You feel awake all day. You don't feel tired at all, and you wake up early, and you kind of like buzzing with this kind of being kind of fully present, and your mind is also racing and fully kind of like, well, just racing with thoughts. You can really get involved in things. Like you can, if you start focusing on something, a task or whatever, you get really involved in it, and sometimes it can, not say it's scary. It's not scary. You just kind of wake up and you think, oh, well, so you can really focus your mind. That's the point I'm trying to make. So what's different then? I said I would be doing it different to the previous time, because the food wasn't appetizing, and there was the reasons why I wasn't able to do it last time. So now, what's different is that I'm experimenting with different foods in the evenings. So like bean sprouts, and I'm using with the bean sprouts. I've got this stevia, which is a little bit of a sweetener, which is kind of alkaline, but you're not really supposed to have too much of it. This one is green. It's the actual. It's not the purified version. It's from the. I suppose that's from the leaves. That's probably the best one to get. So I put a little bit of that on the bean sprouts, and also oil, and that kind of makes what I've been doing with the bean sprouts is just putting them in hot water, boiling water, for about 30 seconds, just to blanch them, and it just makes it a little bit easier to eat. I think the idea is not to to make everything is completely alkaline, because your stomach, that's the job of the stomach anyway. So the idea really, I think, is just to keep the pH of your fluids above 7, or 7 and above, and then that's that's able to detox your body. So you don't need to, because your stomach is it alkalizes the food. That's its job. So you don't want to make it unemployed. You want it to to do something, but you're actually supporting it while you're detoxing. That's the whole point, really. And I kind of started to realise about that. This is what it's all about. Just supporting it while your body's getting rid of all the poisons and stuff out of your body. So I mean, it's been, I suppose, with the combination of the 12 days and this 5 days, it's been quite a while of detoxing, I'd say. So but then I think my pH was about 6 or so this morning. So it's still, and I'm still kind of highly using the mineral salts in drinks. you know, the four minerals. Well, not using four mineral salts now. I'm just using the potassium and magnesium chloride, potassium carbonate, and sodium bicarbonate. Those three. I've given up using. I've given up using the what's it called? The calcium carbonate, because that's just chalk, a stone that's not very easily absorbable in the body. It is alkaline, but it's not really good. I don't think it's good. I've been doing some research, and apparently, you know, we get clogged up with calcium carbonate if you're drinking milk and stuff like that. It clogs up the arteries and stuff. So the potassium, the magnesium chloride, and that's sort of kind of starting to hopefully dislodge some of that in my arteries, whatever it is. And so yeah, I'm not taking the the calcium. There's better forms of calcium in tablet form, which I'm going to get. So yeah, so I'm taking the mineral salts about three times a day with the wheatgrass, and also about two times a day I'm having the green drink, which is, you know, got the celery and the cucumber, etc., in it. That's sort of providing me with the greens that I need. And then I'm having something like the bean sprouts, or I'm getting a salad. I'm making a big salad, which is quite nice. Yeah, so I'm having a salad. With cabbage that's been soaked in a little bit of lemon overnight, just to soften it up. So that kind of, oh yeah, that's right. With the salad, to make it a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit of hummus, a tiny bit, which I don't really like hummus very much actually, but I found this product to go with the salad. It's called the Heart of Nature. I was just reading ingredients to you, which are on the side here. Yeah, it's got like a little bit of oat flakes, sunflower seeds, rapeseed oil, brown linseed, rye grains, golden linseed, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, millet, a little bit of vinegar, rye, oat fibre, and Himalayan rock salt. So yeah, I mean, it's got a little bit of vinegar. Can't even taste it in there. I'm sure it's not. So this isn't. It's got no gluten or you know, it's tastes like a little bit like bread. I only have a very thin slice. I only need one very thin slice. It's just to well, you know, it's a bit depressing, the idea of eating this for the rest of your life, you know. So, and obviously I want my stomach to be doing something, but then I'm also aware that I'm detoxing as well. So yeah, so I've had that kind of arrangement for the last couple of days, and it's worked out. You know, my pH has been 7, about 6.5. So I'm going to try and maybe boost up the mineral salts again today, and you know, hopefully to try and get my pH a bit higher in the mornings. And also, I haven't done any exercise for the last 5 days, so I'm going to go for a run today. I'm sure that's going to help as well to make me feel even better than I do, and it's hard to imagine to feel any better than what I do at the moment. Right, so there's more things. I've got loads of things to talk about today. I've got this thing called potassium hydroxide. Now, it's very highly alkaline. You can't even touch it with your fingers. It's gonna burn your fingers. um, and I'm going to use this as as pH drops, just to boost. I mean, my pH, because I've got an ionizer, my pH of my water is about 9 anyway. So I'm going to really, I want to put it in my in this one here, that one there, it's with the celery and cucumber, and because when you blend it, it lowers the pH to about 6, I think. So that's the one I really want to put it in, potassium hydroxide. And I'll tell you how you do it. Okay, so this is what it is, right? Okay, so this is a glass. So what I've done is I've put about half a teaspoon of this. Yeah, it's got the label on there. Potassium hydroxide. Yeah, I put about half a teaspoon in there. Maybe even quarter, might be in quarter actually. Can't remember. Yeah, it's about between those two. Anyway, so and then I used a teaspoon, just put a teaspoon in, and then put that into the drink, and that raises it by about 1.5. You can actually taste the potassium. If you, obviously I tested it on distilled water first to see its reaction, and when you taste it, you can taste the potassium in there, and you can sort of tell how strong it is, and just by your taste buds. And obviously I've been using my pH meter to test it as well, obviously, because it's quite dangerous to use it. Otherwise, that's supposed to be 99.9% pure. So you got take the word for it. You're only using a small amount in your drink anyway. So yeah, that's a way of that's what I'm going to be using to boost the pH up a little bit higher. The other things I've been working on at the moment, finding out about, is the iodine. So yeah, like I said, I've got loads of stuff to talk about. I've got this. What I've got here is yeah, potassium iodide, potassium iodide. So I will be mixing that with this, which is iodine crystals. It's come in a sealed bag because it's very reactive to the air and water. See here in there, potassium crystals. So I'll be making an iodine solution, combining those two together. I've got to get some scales for it, and then the cofactors are B3 niacdine, and vitamin B2, and also selenium. Right, so I've told you about this before, but the body's deficient in well, selenium and iodine, so I'm going to try and use that to improve the efficiency of my cells of my body. Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing with that. There was one other thing to mention about. There's one other thing. I can't remember what it is now. So yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. Yeah, just trying to improve the efficiency of my cell. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was. I remember now. The other thing was what was it? It's yeah, hydrogen peroxide. You can put that in your green drink as well, hydrogen peroxide, because it reacts with the bicarbonate of soda to produce sodium chloride, yeah, which is highly alkaline. sodium chloride. Yeah, so you can do that as well. But I haven't. I've got some. It's started to become weaker because I've had it about 6 months now. But I'm not going to do that. But that was the other thing to mention. All right then. So yeah, so I'm feeling great and very positive. I want my stomach to start to be, because at the moment it's not being used at all. It's not producing any bicarbonate soda because I'm putting it in there already, and it's not producing any hydrochloric acid. No hydrochloric acid in my stomach. So doctors, no, I'm feeling great. I've got no hydrochloric acid in my stomach. I know I haven't, because I can burp. If I burp and there's nothing there. Oh yeah, will say when I did have some, I've got some grapefruit. On an empty stomach, grapefruit produces hydrochloric acid. Well, because your stomach starts producing bicarbonate soda to try and neutralise the acid. So yeah, so I know what's going on with my stomach. Yeah, so there you are, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Bye.